Hello, Chrissy here. Thank you for joining me. If you're new subscribers, welcome. If you are a Trumpophile, if you love him to bits and you think that him and his cronies can do no wrong, move on. This isn't the channel for you. I'm not particularly biased against all Republicans. I think there are some damn good Republicans out there who do a good job, but they are overshadowed by Trump and his gang. Speaking of one of Trump's gang, I love the Muppets. Have since I was a little girl. I have 3 of their series on DVD and I've watched all of the series, and in series 1 we were introduced in a couple of episodes to, no, it was series 3 of the Muppet Show. We were introduced to the sports commentator Louis Gonzaga, and Louis Gonzaga really emphasized the way he spoke and was really, really enthusiastic about all Muppet sports. He was introduced in series 3. Now, in series 1, and she only lasted the one series, was this sweet little whiny thing called Wanda, who had big eyelashes and over-injected lips, a trout pout like you would not believe. She only lasted one series and then she disappeared. Now, if Wanda, the disappearing Muppet, and Louis Gonzaga were to have a little baby girl Muppet and feed it steroids while it was growing up, it would no doubt grow up to be Judge Jeanine Pirro. A Muppet on steroids. That's apologies to Muppets, but I love the Muppets. But she honestly reminds me of the Muppet girl, the girl Muppets, especially Wanda. And the way she talks reminds me of Louis Gonzaga, and it's like she's the love child of those 2 Muppets, and she's been brought up being fed steroids. So anyway, I did a reading on her last year sometime, her and Laura Ingraham. I'll do Laura Ingraham again another time. I think she's the more dangerous of the 2 because she's cold and unemotional. But Judge Jeanine, oh my God. Ugh. She just, like, God, you don't need to spend millions on a horror movie. All you've got to do is film her segment in 3D and put it into the cinemas, and to have her leaping out of you in 3D, because that's what she does. She leaps on the camera, and to have her doing that in 3D you'd never have to make another horror movie again. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I thought I would have a look at her situation. As everyone's probably well aware, she was suspended from Fox for a little while due to her horrible comments a few months back. I can't even really quite remember what they were about, which is unusual for me, but anyway, let's have a look at her situation, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross on her. Okay, so Jeanine, and she gets the tone it down deck. Oh, look at that. The Nine of Swords. She's got some anxiety coming up in her future. And she does get the tone it down deck. Okay. The Three of Cups. Jeanine overindulges. She's a party girl. She likes too much of things that aren't good for her. What's her challenge? Her challenge is a new journey. A new journey means that her old journey is ending. I wonder if she's fighting to keep her job at Fox. Maybe. Because if Rupert Murdoch decides she doesn't want to support Trump anymore, all of these commentators, her, Laurie Grisham, Hannity, Tucker Carlson, all of that lot, they're going to be out the door. He's done it here in Australia. Okay. The basis of this reading. What's at the basis of this reading? The Queen of Swords. I'm not sure what her star sign is, but the basis of her reading is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, at her worst, can be really sharp, impatient and abusive with people, and she can use her words to hurt. And I think that pretty much sums her up, whatever her star sign is, in the past position. The Emperor. I'm not going to imply that she might have had something to do in the past with Trump, but it has been hinted at some time. And I think normal reaction would be, ew, how could she? I'm on the other side of the thing here. I mean, I'd be like, ew, how could he? You know, it's like, ugh. The fact that they could do each other is just like, ew. Ugh. So she's had some involvement with Trump in the past. The present, the Knight of Swords. She's going into battle. That's what she does. She flies into battle without really thinking about what she's saying, and that's what's been getting her into trouble recently. Yeah. She's got that sword up, and she's charging along, and yeah. The other side to this is, it's also one of the cards, along with the Knight of Wands, that can indicate investigations. So that's interesting. I'd say it's more like her charging in and opening her big Muppet mouth, her big trout pout, without really thinking about it. That's what she does. That's what she's doing now. The near future. The Magician. She's going to succeed or try to succeed in pulling the wool over our eyes in some way. I might get a clarifier on that in a little bit. Her strengths. This aside, her strength is the Empress. She's full of possibilities. The Empress is a loving, caring, mothering energy. I'm sorry. I'm going to look up the reverse meaning of the Empress. Okay. Just get my card. Because I can't see her being that ideas germination. That's not the reverse meaning, but sensual pleasure. Physical connection. Again. Ew. The archetype of feminine power. Yeah, I suppose some men would see her as that and would find her sexy. I think that's her strength, is that some men find her very sexy. Ew. How others see her. Oh my goodness. This card has a hermaphrodite on it. The Lovers. Others see her as I don't know. Willing to partner with anyone, willing to do anything and anyone to get what she wants, and perhaps a bit of a ball buster. What's her hopes and fears? Oh, she hopes for a great love, but she fears a great love. She hopes for the great love of her life, but she fears that that great love of her life is not going to be what he appears to be. I think she's been lied to by men in the past. She wants that feeling of love again, of being in love again, but she fears that it's not going to be true, as happened before. Her outcome, or whatever the magician might be doing for her in the near future, not going to be doing much for her in her final outcome. 8 of Swords, imprisoned, bound. Not in a happy place, and not able to see her way out. That's really interesting. Let's have a look at the clarifier. Just turn that, shuffle things a bit. Oopsie daisy, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Both busted out of there, baby. Nine of Cups, bit of overindulgence. Queen of Pentacles, having trouble keeping a lid on her emotions. Let's have a look on the bottom. Temperance. She's going to have to tone things down a bit, temper things down a bit. She's going to have to stop the overindulgence. That's showing in both of these cards. Let's find out a little bit more about her challenge, the Fool, start of a new journey. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is confusion, gaslighting, too many choices. She's confused. She's totally confused. Causing her to feel foolish. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know if she wants to stay where she is, gas bagging, or move to a bigger, brighter stage. I think she has political ambitions, but honestly, I can't see it coming off. It'd have to be through the Republicans, and if they picked her for high office, well, That's just too scary a thought. What's going on with this Knight of Swords? Oh, the Emperor. Investigations into what she knows about the Emperor. She's going to be asked a lot of questions. What's going on with the position with the Magician? I'm just going to take a few minutes of that. Strength. She's going to need all her strength to pull off whatever it is she's going to try and pull off. Will it work? Four of Swords. My yes knows. Maybe. Maybe. What's going on with this? How of a seer? Six of Pentacles. They see her as someone who has something to do with money. Money grubbing hack. That's what comes to mind. I think that's what most people see when they see her. Let's have a look at the final outcome. Let's get a bit more clarification on that. What's going on with this final outcome card? The World, the completion of a journey. Strange, because she got the start of a journey as her challenge. Completion of a journey is her final outcome. What else can it tell us? 10 of Cups. That's often seen as the Republican Party, but it's a 10 and it's the end of a cycle. I think the Republican Party are going to end up parting ways with her. I think she would like to end up in high office within the Republican Party, but I think they're going to shy away from her after their experience with Trump. They're not going to want to know her. This is often called the ships are coming in card, but I think her ships are going to be sailing away from her. Well, that's Judge Jeanine Pirro, Muppet on steroids. Thank you again. Thank you for listening to my little rambles at the start. Sometimes it's nice to explain how I see somebody. The first time she popped up on a screen and yelled at me, I jumped and did a double take. She was that scary. Anyway, thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.